With a bad mindset, the effects of it is actually just wild. Like, you could just lower your confidence, your anxiety would be through the roof. Like, you would actually perform and or just do bad as a whole. When you actually are pushed in certain predicaments or certain situations, your brain would just crumble. And then some people just are really uninformed in certain situations, but other people are informed. It's just the fact that their mindset is just not helping them prosper. So with this video, I will be telling y'all a trick or something that I actually use to fix my mindset or just hone and sharpen my mindset. And then I also will be explaining the things that before I started doing this, or how I was actually performing and or making myself play very bad. So in this video, we'll be putting y'all on a lot of games. Y'all should already know I put y'all on a lot of games, and usually it's physically, but now mentally I need y'all to be as strong as possible when it comes to either real life and or Street Fighter. If this video can hit 30 likes, it'd be much appreciated. Starting off with a lot of common problems that I was having when it came to just bettering my mental. I was just making a lot of excuses. Now, due to the fact that I come from a COD background, I am a COD player. Like, when it comes to saltiness, like COD, that do transfer, because mainly my first problem is automatically complaining like, yo, this guy's stupid, oh, this is stupid, oh, this is dumb, that don't make sense. And yes, you have the right to be mad about certain situations. For example, let's take this to Street Fighter. Blanco ball, Honda headbutt, the Honda butt slam, Honda, the way Honda is, the way Honda look. Like, there's a lot of problems that we could talk about when it comes to just Honda. Granted, it's very difficult to play against certain characters and certain players because some of these characters and players are stupid, but there's always solutions to most of these problems. Also see one of my friends spazzing on Twitter, shout out to Daniel. He's been saying like, this game is not pussy, this game, he complained it too, and I understand why he's complaining, because that's exactly how I was at the start of Street Fighter. Because granted, this is like my first Street Fighter, taking it to this level. Like I said, I will always complain. I would just say I don't know what to do. Granted, I still say I don't know, but now I know a solution to figure out the solutions to the problems that I'm having. Basically just fumble. I would just fumble when I'm in a bad situation. Like, for example, when I was playing against Sonic 5, I was in a situation where like I did not know how to actually punish most of JP things. Like, I knew some of it, but you know, learning more step by step, I have been learning a lot of JP counterplay. And I guarantee you, the next time I meet Sonic actually play, like I'm going to, like, it's going to be crazy, it's going to be wild. But in my opinion, complaining is not really bad, usually just to get stuff off your chest. But a lot of people just don't really complain and then go for the solution. Like, they would just complain and then go about their day. Like, yo bro, you're not even gonna try to fix like the problem, which is my main problem, was that I would just complain and then I wouldn't go about my solution. Like, I wouldn't go figure out the solution. And then now I'm figuring out a lot of solutions, and it's fixing my mental, because now I'm not saying I don't know, I'm just keeping myself in check. Like, okay, I could do that, I could do that, now watch out for that. Like, I'm actually coaching myself throughout the game, which y'all should be doing when it comes to playing Street Fighter. One of my highest placements when I was keeping myself in check is like 13th and like 49th, and I just got 49th, and I was barely practicing the game, which is crazy. I got on the game with no warm-up and got 49th just by keeping myself in check the entire time. But you already know I gotta put y'all on game to basically how I do it. But when it comes to Street Fighter, I mean, you could do this in real life also, but I recommend y'all Street Fighter because this is the method that I will be giving y'all. What I'm gonna do is go find a replay. Go find a replay, the most recent replay of a crazy play that you played, or a demonic player that you play, a player that's, you know, that's broken, or just a friend that's way better than you. And a lot of people will be saying, yo bro, just talk nice to yourself. Talking nice to yourself is gonna play like a certain part after a while. It's like, it's just gonna boost your confidence, true, but it's not gonna lower your anxiety that much. Now what you want to do is, when you find a game, what you basically want to do is study the game. And yeah, study it like you're doing homework, but let me break it down to you. The whole point of you studying this game is to figure out your wrongs, your rights, and the reason why you broke down and or didn't clutch in a situation. For example, right, when I'm in burnout, my brain automatically just goes rampant. Like, I goes like, I bet I can't get hit. Even if I was to take a hit, I just gotta make sure I don't get towards the corner and then get DI. Now I'm coaching myself to where, all right, I have options when I'm in burnout, to where I'm able to apply so much pressure to where they are forced to start using their bar. What you want to do is basically look out for things that you're messing up with. For example, when I played my set against Vagabond, which is a loop player, guaranteed I was playing like 18 loop players, like literally like the hour before, and just burning myself up and playing against loot. There's a lot of situations where I didn't really optimize my damage or my punishes or my Oki, and I'm realized that going through the set, and I'm like, okay, the next time I fight him, I'm gonna be 8 times better. I'm gonna do better, I'm gonna be better, and it's gonna be no problem. What you basically want to do is educate yourself on the problems that you are having. For example, like, okay, if I'm getting hit by Fireball Dragon Lens by Ken, now you go inside training mode and you record that same situation, and then you start figuring out what are you able to do, what option selects are you able to do against a certain situation. And if you keep doing that per matchup, per situation, after a while you're going to be getting so comfortable in certain matchups and certain players, is that you're going to be like, okay, I don't have anxiety my confidence is here, my anxiety is lower, and that will help me play at the best possible skill level as a whole. And I'm gonna give another example. I end up asking F Champ in this chat, like, do you ever feel like worried or just have anxiety around like certain matchups and stuff? And then he was basically like, if you're playing in a tournament and you have matchup anxiety, that means you didn't come prepared. And I could totally just agree with that. If I didn't come fully prepared for like a tournament or certain situations, matchup anxiety is just going to beat me completely. And then that's when my mindset actually starts triggering bad thoughts, you know, etc. So for a quick recap, what y'all basically want to do is not only say affirmations. What you want to do is get on Street Fighter and actually study your wrongs, see how you got hit, study why you got hit, study why you were scared to even be put inside that situation, what you don't know how to actually stop, take it into training, that exact situation into training, and then lab how you could actually stop that when it comes to that moment again. And the more and more you actually lab and lower your anxiety and boost up your confidence, now another part of your mindset have to trigger, which is information that you basically have on how to play the game, like footsies and anti-air and air-to-air, and that's where everything else comes into play. So that's basically what I've been doing. My anxiety is low, and when it comes to tournament matches, I don't really care about, you know, whether I win or lose. Get rid of the fear of losing. Everybody can beat you inside this game. This game is very like scrub like. Once you get rid of the fear of losing, I'm telling you, and you start training and sharpening your mental health step by step, the improvement that you're going to have in like a week is going to be out of this world. But without wasting any more time, make sure to leave a like, subscribe for new notification bell. Catch you on the next time. I'm out. Enjoy your day.